Good morning, chicks and dudes, or neither, whichever you identify with. This morning I'm going to use the Ace Beaute Blossom Paradise palette, and it's this is the color story. People ask me what brands do I use all the time, and most of the brands that people have heard of are brands that are in Ulta and Sephora, and there are good brands in Ulta and Sephora, but most of the brands that are in those two places are not my favorite brands. And so as it turns out, I guess most of my favorite brands are indie brands, and so Ace Beaute is my favorite brand, at least in the top. So I'm just going to get started. I'm going to get right into it. I used this yesterday in my class and everybody was like, oh my god, what is that? So I'm just going to get right into it. Had so much time this morning when I started, and then tried to get dressed, and then that took 20 minutes, and then I tried to do my eyebrows, and I was sitting here thinking, like, you know, you get into recovery and you get everything back. You get your car, the job, your kids, you know, your freedom, an education, your teeth. You don't ever quite get your fucking eyebrows back, right? Like, you just never quite get them back. Let me show you. See, you can't really see it because I did a decent job, but right here, I just can't seem to fill that in. It's just fucking 8 years I've been trying to grow my fucking eyebrows back. They don't fucking come back, okay? I have used a product, New Brow. It's $100. It works really good. Worth every fucking penny. I just don't have it right now that I'm in school. I'm back. I had to give my brushes a douching really quick. They were out of hand. So I'm going to go in strong. I'm going to start with Seduction right here. And I'm just going to start packing that into my outer V. Oh, this is my Zoeva 227. You guys know the brush. I'm just going to kind of do this with my eyes open so that when you can see the color over the top of my hood, because when my lid goes up inside, like you can see it's closed and then it goes up inside, you still want to be able to see the color over the top of that. And so like I just kind of do it with my eyes open and then just kind of pat it right there and then fill it in later. And I'm just dragging that in just a tiny, tiny bit. I don't really want it too far in there. And then just blending the outer edge out a little bit. And my Morphe JH 33. And I'm just going to go into the color Carnation. And I'm going to start packing this on the outer edge. And just blending out that outer edge. And then I'm going to pack this on the inner corner as well. And then just blending these two together. Add a little more color right here. And then I'm going to go in with my Zoeva 221 blending brush. And I'm going to go into the shade Gardenia. And I'm just going to put this right here and take that all the way up to the eyebrow, up to the brow bone. Just use that as it's called a transition shade for those of you who don't know. It's just the shade that you use to transition the color from the upper crease to the brow bone. The transition, right? It's the lightest color. And it highlights the highest point of your eye, like your brow bone sticks out the most, and so the lightest color goes on top to really make it stand out, like it's really got that dimension, right? And again, I worked out at the gym so hard last night, my arm is tired from doing my makeup. This brush is so heavy. I was talking to my coach last night about how I've really been committed to going to the gym. Honestly, like I kind of started cosmetology school and I started this channel, and the gym is just one of those things that always goes on the back burner, right? For all of us, it's not just me. And what we were talking about was that well, the other night I was talking about, like, since I made a real commitment to going to the gym, all these other opportunities have just been flying my way. And so last night we were talking about how I have to go to Milwaukee, and I'm leaving for Helena tonight, and I'm flying out tomorrow from Helena, which I live in Missoula. Helena's the town next door here in Montucky, right? It's down the way, over the river and through the woods. And so I don't want to miss the gym because I'm going to be gone for 4 days, and I don't want to miss the gym because I'm starting to make progress. I'm starting to notice like the difference in the way that I work out and like the things that I can do now compared to what I could do just 8 weeks ago. And he was like, yeah, that's like internal motivation. And I was thinking about how it just clicked, like internal motivation. It's that feeling like you want to do it yourself, right? So like it's the difference between, I'm going to go back in with Seduction, because I feel like I lost that color a little bit. So I'm going in with my Zoeva 227 like I always do. And I'm just going to kind of really get that in there, darken it up. So anyways, and I was thinking about how, like, you know, external motivation is like that nudge from the judge, right? Or like you get clean, and the reason why is because you've been to jail and you've got all these motherfuckers breathing down your neck, or like your parents or your fucking boss. It's like all these people like telling you need to do this shit, and you're like, and fear, you're living in fear, and you're living in dread and shame and fucking guilt and fucking like plodding along, like just trying your hardest to like do what other people tell you to do. And so like the same was true like when I got clean. And I'm just blending this outer edge. Like I got clean, and like, you know, I had lost something. I had lost my daughter, and like I had lost everything actually, but like that was the one thing that like kind of brought me back, right? So I was living in fear, and so like I started a program of recovery, and so, you know, I've done that once before, but my program of recovery didn't withstand because I didn't have any internal motivation. Like the feeling that I had inside, I wasn't getting the results from my recovery program to sustain what I was doing. Like my life still sucked. I was in a shitty relationship. It was totally abusive. I was fucked up all the time. On my part, abusive on my part. Like I was being shitty all the time. And so then I had this kid, and I was in school, and I had all this fucking pressure. I felt like shit all the time. So like in the end, it's no mystery now why I ended up relapsing, right? But then like, so I don't think I'm going to really go back into the shade Carnation because like it's there. I don't want that anymore, but I am going to go into the shade Gardenia a little bit more and just kind of blend this outer edge. And so like, anyway, like I was just living in fear and shame and all this bullshit, right? And so I relapsed, right? I didn't have that internal motivation. All I had was external motivation. All these motherfuckers breathing down my neck, right? And the same was true in my last job. Like, I thought I had internal motivation, but clearly I didn't, because if I would have, I would have been kicking ass at that job. And so, like, here's my boss, like, thinking like I had no value and all this shit, but what I really didn't have was internal motivation. And, like, he was, like, trying to help find a way to give that to me, and just, I didn't have it. It wasn't fucking there. So it didn't matter. Nobody can give you internal motivation. What gives you internal motivation is, like, taking that moment where you can, use that external motivation and get yourself to a place where you're doing something that's getting you fucking results. And so that's what I did when after the second time I got clean, I started a program of recovery that was like, and I worked it really hard. I put everything I had into it. I was married to that motherfucker. I still am. And I found it in 12-step. I don't give a fuck where other people find it. I found it in Narcotics Anonymous for me. And so I hope that's okay that I said that. Narcotics Anonymous, I hope you're not ashamed of me. I'm sure you're not. Anyway, first, I'm going in with my NYX Glitter Primer because I like the way this looks. Oh, actually, you know what? I need to do the lower lash line. How much time do I have? Doing good. Okay, on the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with my lower lash line brush. And I'm going to use Orchid. No, Seduction. What the fuck am I talking about? Seduction. Right at the edge of my, right in my lashes, right? And then, I'm going in with my Moda BMX 402 smudger brush. And I'm gonna take that carnation color, the peachy, and I'm gonna run that. So anyways, yeah, so like I've been going to the gym, and the last week or even the last 2 weeks has been like a fucking nightmare. Like, I don't want to go, and I've been going anyway. And then last night I said to my coach, like, I don't want to miss the gym for an entire week because I don't want to lose what I've gained. And he was like, that's it. When you start to notice that you're gaining, like, the results, right? The rewards of doing things that fucking are not easy, that's when you start to have your own motivation to do it, internal motivation. And so, like, I kind of wanted to talk about that on here today because, like, that's the key. That's the key. Like, if you could do something for 8 weeks and get that internal motivation. I'm going in with Gardenia now to, like, blend out the lower lash line. And I'm using my Morphe blending brush. It's from the Ice Slay palette, or the Ice Slay collection. The same as the pencil brush that I use all the time, but... And I'm just going to use that to really get the blend, right? Because you guys know I'm going in with my Jaclyn Hill 30. In the end, it's all coming down to this brush right here. You guys fucking know it. I don't need to tell you. My Morphe JH30, and I'm going to go into Gardenia right now, tap it in, and then just kind of go along this and, like, blend everything out. And okay, I'm good with that. What do you guys think? Let me know. Now I'm going to go in with my Luxie 246. So just for the sake of, ooh, my battery's about to die. Fuck, am I going to make it? It's always something, huh? And I'm going in with my NYX Glitter Primer, and I'm just going to prime the lid. Kind of give that fake cut crease effect. Then I'm going in with my Morphe JH41. I'm going to use the color Orchid right here, this reddish shimmer. Hope it looks good. Hope I don't ruin everything. It's a race against time here with my camera. So anyways, that's the thing. And so, like, I think the same is true for everything. Like, we get, like, motivated to do something, but then we lose motivation and we stop doing it, and then we don't get the results anymore because it's fucking hard. Getting results is difficult, right? And so that's that internal motivation where I don't want to go anymore because I'm breathing down my own neck. I want to go because like I fucking am getting good results. And so that was the same thing that happened in my recovery, and that's the same thing that's happening for me in school. Like I was like, I couldn't believe how bad I sucked. And then like I started getting good, and now I'm like starting to crush it. And honestly, I could care less if they're telling me to push a mop or fucking do a fucking finger wave. It doesn't matter to me. Like I'm like just getting all these results, and so it fucking died. So anyway, if you guys are struggling to like find internal motivation about something that you guys, that's really important to you, and like what are the sacrifices that you need to make for a short period of time to get that little tiny bit of results that will be a game changer for you, right? Because that's the thing, like we're all looking for a game changer. We're all looking for the easy way to just want to do hard things all the time. We just want to do hard things. You're never going to fucking want to do hard things all the time, right? There's going to come a moment where you can like grab some crazy fucking like motivation or courage and fucking jump on it. But then it's going to be your results and your habits that carry you through. And what are some things that you guys would like to have more motivation about? Okay, I like the way this looks. I'm totally happy with it. Wait, I need an inner corner highlight. I'm totally happy with it, I guess. So I'm going to go into the color Peony, which I kind of save for my inner corner highlight. And that's why I try not to use it on my lash line. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm also going to go in with my JH41. And I'm just going to put some of that color Orchid, the red, into my lower inner. Okay, I'm in love. So I'm going to use my LA Girl Neon Shockwave. It's a lip liner, but the lip liners are safe to use in your eyes. Well, I don't know if they're safe. I'm not going to say that, but they are. They work in your lower lash line, and they stay all day. So honestly, I don't know if any of this shit is safe for your eyes. Like, it's all FDA approved, I'm sure, except like if it's pressed pigments, and there's a big deal about, oh, is it eye safe? Is it eye safe? Like, and everybody's all like vegan and cruelty free. Like, it's good to be vegan and cruelty free. I'm not lying, but I don't understand why people would rather have a fucking chemical on their eye than a fucking bug. I don't get that, but what do I know? Anyway, I'm gonna do my mascara, do my other eye, throw on some lipstick, and I'll be back with the finished look. And I might have to wake up my kid at some point. Like, I'm a mom, so I forget. Okay, I'll be right back. So this is the final look. Let me know what you think. I really like it. It actually matches. I'm wearing pinstripey pants, so it matches my outfit pretty well. I'm wearing my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara on the top lash line, my Marc Jacobs Noir on the lower lash line, and I'm using my Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine lip gloss in the color Snitch. This is actually my favorite lip gloss formula. It's pricey, but it's kind of long wearing and it's still glossy. It has a little bit of a minty taste to it, so it feels great. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Yeah, so that's it. I gotta get going. I gotta get my kiddo ready for school and make a lunch and all that fucking good shit.